Morning guys, I hope you're doing well. Today I'm on a bit of a journey over to Littlehampton from Brighton to do an essential journey to pick up some furniture. So it's about 20 miles from here, and 20 miles from here in my Renault Zoe. I've left on a full charge. It's saying that I'm going to do 81 miles on the GOM, which I don't think is true, as my last journey was very slow around town. So this is a mix of roads. It's a nice 15 degrees, so it should be quite an efficient run. At the moment, I'm going to stay in eco mode around until I get onto the motorway, and then I'm going to go over to take it out of eco mode, put speed limiter on to 65 miles an hour, and the occasional bursts up to 70. But we'll see how we get on. So I've reset my trip report, and it is showing 0 miles at the moment, so I've only just left the house. So we'll see what average miles per kilowatt we're going to get and my average speed. So if you don't know, I'm in a 22 kilowatt Renault Zoe, which has a range of 80 miles in the summer if you're driving kind of carefully, and 60 miles in the winter on the motorway going straight. So it's not a huge range EV, but it caters for most of my needs. So we're just leaving my town, which is pretty much all 20s around Brighton, and we're just heading onto a bit of a faster road, which is a 40. And so I've covered 1.9 miles around, oh nice Tesla Model X behind me, and I've done 1.9 miles around average speed 17.7 miles an hour, which is a 4.2 miles per kilowatt, which isn't the best. I mean, if I'm only doing average speed 20, really, it's not great. But to be fair, I have only just reset my trip meter, so every single movement I do on the accelerator, either braking or accelerating, is changing. So I'm accelerating up to 40 right now in eco slowly, and I can see it's dropping down to 3.8, which is quite interesting to see. As I'm regenning now, it's going up to 3.9, back up to 4, 4.1, then I'm accelerating again, 3.9, and you can just sit here and watch it all day. But I'm about to head on to a road, which is 70. So we'll get up to 65, put it in cruise control, and see what we get. I'm pretty much on those roads for maybe 80% of the journey, so it's quite a fast run. But as I said, the temperature has increased over the last couple of days, so it's now it's gone up to 15 degrees, so it's quite a nice temperature for the battery. There's no need for heating, so it should be a very economical run. So I'm about to join the A road, the motorway. I'm not even sure what it is, to be honest. And one thing I have noticed, because I'm recording on my phone, I never use my car sat-nav, in-car sat-nav, and I know they're not the greatest, but the Zoe one, for some reason, maybe it needs updating or whatever, it is rubbish. It's taken me the complete wrong way. It's added maybe 20 minutes onto my journey compared to Google Maps, which isn't great. So I know people rely on their in-car sat-navs, but I don't know how they can do that. Anyway, I'm going to come out of eco now, because I'm up to 60 miles an hour, and I'm going to put on my cruise control up to about 65, and we'll see what we get. So I've driven 3.5 miles so far, and I've just joined the motorway, and the GOM is saying 66 miles left. So we left on 82 after I reset the trip meter, so the GOM isn't been very accurate. I do know I've reset the trip meter, so all my previous driving records have gone, but I don't understand why. I'm guessing the car thinks it's going to be driving through a test tunnel in a lab if it's going to do 82 miles on a charge after I've reset the trip meter. So whilst I'm driving along, I was just thinking that I'm going to look at another Zoe tonight, a ZE40 2016 in a very nice blue. I've been looking to upgrade this Zoe for quite a while. Initially I wanted an i3, and the only ones that was just about in my price range were a high-ish mileage, like 50-60,000 miles, BMW i3 2014 model, preferably without the Rex, because that'd be kind of going a step backwards for me. And the prices are around like 11, 12, 13 grand. And I really wanted one. I think they're such cool cars, they look so nice. And I've decided not to do it because I would buy one of those cars realistically. There's one right now, I'm looking at one. The early i3 range, I've seen on Twitter is around, it's a 2013 one, very early, is around 50-60 miles on electric, which is not too far off from this, but for the price I'd be silly to get one really, because I could get a Zoe, a ZE40 for, well, this one I'm going to look at tonight has done 18,000 miles and it's on for 8,500, so I could probably get it for 8, which seems really cheap to me. The state of health is at 95% on the battery, which is really good. I understand it has got the battery lease, so as this one, because it's the ZE40, the battery lease is around £60 a month instead of £50 a month on this. I know a lot of people don't like them, but to make the car so affordable for me, it makes sense. But tell me what you think in the comments, anyone who knows about the ZE40s. It is on, as I said, it's on for 8.5. I would get it for 8. And 18,000 miles. The condition looks great. It's a dynamic nav, so I think that's just below from the top spec, which isn't too bad. So what do you think? Is that a good price? £8,000 for a 18,000 mile Zoe with a battery lease, dynamic nav, R90. So it hasn't got the rapid charge like this one does, but I've been thinking about it. It's only got 22 kilowatt rapid charging. Because it's going to have such a massive improvement of range, I'm not going to need to rapid charge anywhere near as often as I do in this, so I don't think it's going to be a huge issue. I would really like one. I would really like a Q90 with rapid charge, but from what I've looked online, that price seems really cheap. It's the second cheapest ZE40 R90 on Auto Trader. The first cheapest is the exact same car, same year, same everything, for 8,900 I think, or 8,500, something like that, and it's done 75,000 miles. So I'm looking at that and I think that is really cheap. So if you think it's cheap in the comments, let me know. It'll probably be too late by then, as I probably would have already bought it, fingers crossed, because it does look like it's really good and it has all checked out. And that extra range would be nice, and to be honest I think it's a little bit of a no-brainer to buy it when it's that cheap. Like, I bought this Zoe for 4,800, which was a very good price, and that was about a year ago now. So I think I'm going to make money when I go to sell this. So hopefully I would like to make money when I go to sell the ZE40 if I have it. So it's, in my head, it's a financial decision, not a nice new car. Maybe a little bit of that as well. But yeah, so that'll be exciting. And it's in a really nice blue, which I really do like. So any ZE40 owners out there, the R90, how do you find rapid charging? Is it a big pain? Because I've got it in my head that it's not going to be much of an issue, because I can do 130, 150 miles on a charge, give or take. I'm not going to really need to charge that often. Like, the only long journeys I'll ever do is to see my family in Birmingham, which is, from me, it's about 160, 170 miles. And in this, I've done it before, it's not a huge problem. I've stopped 3 times on the way up and twice on the way back. But it would just be nice to have that extra range. So we are back on the motorway now, on our way. I got stuck in a load of traffic back there. We are doing 65 on cruise control. We have got about 10 miles to go. We have covered 11.6 miles with our average consumption at 3.7. But back there I've probably done 5 miles stuck in traffic, like 10, 20 miles an hour. So that will start to drop now. It's dropping. It's saying that it's just gone up to 3.8. check back to we're all good. I haven't missed my exit. The car's saying I've missed my exit, but Google Maps isn't. So I'm going to stick with Google Maps because it's never let me down before. But yeah, back onto the ZE40. Financially, it makes sense to, if I want a new car, I think the Zoe makes the most sense, apart from the battery lease. Of course, you can buy the battery leases out, but compared to an i3 that's only going to do 60 miles on the motorway, 60 miles range on the motorway, it's a very, very nice looking car, and I really wanted one. But I think it's a bit of a silly decision. I think it's a bit of a stupid decision for me, as I do often do longer journeys on the motorway. So the ZE40, it just makes the most sense really in my price range. I know that there's loads of other cars, but my absolute max really is 10 grand until I start to borrow some money, which I don't want to do. But what do you guys think I could get for this Zoe? It has done 45,000 miles. It has had 2 owners. It is the top spec of the year, so it's a 2015 Dynamic Intense or Zen. No, it's the top spec. It's the Q motor, so it's got rapid charging, battery lease, 2 careful owners, me included. It's in very nice condition. I've been looking on Auto Trade, and the price ranges are so different. Like some are on there for 5 grand, and some are on there for like 7 grand. And obviously, I want to get as much as I can. You know, I'm a teenager. I need to get as much as I can. So, what do you think? What do you think I could get? I know I bought the car very cheap. I bought it for 4,800 at 35,000 miles, which is really cheap for this car, I think. So yeah, put in the comments, guys, what you think I could get for this car, and if anybody's interested. It has had its charging filter replaced when I first got it, so that should last a long time, and that was a 2 grand repair. Don't want to think about that. But other than that, it's been faultless. Yeah, let me know in the comments what you think I could get, and if anybody's interested. I'm based in Right, so this journey isn't as far as I thought actually. I've just looked at the sat nav and it says I'm 3 minutes away. So I'm back onto a 40 road now. So my miles per kilowatt has gone up to 4 miles, and I've done 16. So I'm getting 4 miles per kilowatt, and I've done 16.4 miles. So just picked it up, all loaded up. Little bedside table for me. If anyone's interested as well, I got this the other day. A hatchback cover. They're the best covers for the boot of your car. So I can put the dog in here, no problem, and everything's protected. It just velcros on, and it's a perfect fit. Highly recommend. So we arrived on 77%, 62 miles left on the GOM. Let's see my score so far. So we've driven 18.1 miles and an average consumption of 4.1, which isn't too bad, and we've used 4 kilowatts. So let's see. So average speed 27.9. So I'm on my way back now, which is about 20 miles. So hopefully we'll be, when I get home, the score will be still above, where am I going? The score will be still above 4 miles per kilowatt, which would be quite nice. Which isn't actually too bad at all. Is this a one-way street? No. Which isn't too bad at all, but I think that's got something to do with the weather, because I haven't seen my score like that for quite a while. So I've just got home, and as soon as I pulled up, it went up to 4.2 from 4.1. So we have covered exactly 38 miles, and we have got 42 miles left on the GOM, and we left the house on 82 miles. So the GOM has been quite accurate, if I'm honest. We've recovered 1 kilowatt from regen, and the average speed was 30. So I'm just on my way to have a look at the Renault Zoe. It's only 2 miles away from me, which is nice. So hopefully it all checks out, and young EV driver's next car will be a 40 kilowatt Zoe. So yeah, wish me luck. Hopefully it's just what I'm after and everything checks out. Oh blimey, the gimbal's going all over the place here. Hopefully it's just what I'm after and it all checks out. So if you see my next clip that I've got a smile on my face, it means it all went well and hopefully I'll be taking it. So a little bit of a dodgy angle here, but we've just finished looking at the car. Very nice car, love it. I know you can't see half of my face, but I've decided that yeah, it's fine, checked it all out, it's a nice car. I said I'll take it. Signed all the documents, the V5C, whatever it's called, the battery lease, everything, signed it all over. Ready to take the car, went to transfer over the money, and sorry, you've exceeded your daily allowance of blah blah blah, so I can't send the money over because my bank for some reason has got a really, I think it may be because I'm under 18, has got such a small daily payments, so I can't send over the money, which is a huge pain. So I've given him a deposit, so I've got the car hopefully. Well, I've given him the deposit and signed everything. So I'm just trying to figure out how we're going to do it, because obviously now I can't send this money over to anyone else, then transfer it from their account to his account, because I can't get the money out of my account because it's stuck in there, as I can only do a certain amount per day, which is really, really annoying. So Monzo could have been, let me down there, Monzo. I could have driven away in my new car today. So hopefully I'll be back down there tonight to go and pick it up after we've figured what else we can do. If not, I'll get it over the next couple of days, which is quite annoying, as I really wanted to come and take it away today, but nothing can be done. But yeah, I give it a night. I had to test drive in it. I can't really tell much difference from driving from my 22 kilowatt to the 40 kilowatt. Drives pretty much the same. Sorry, that last clip cut off for some reason. So yeah, what I was saying is that we haven't got the car because, like, I haven't got it now because I couldn't transfer him over the money, which is really annoying. So hopefully I'll be able to get it tonight, if not over the next couple of days, but I will let you know. So it's the next day now, guys, and look what I've got. I picked it up late last night. We managed to sort out the issue of transferring over the money. It's very nice. I'm loving it. Last night I did around 120 miles in it for a little test, all at 70. So driving it like a normal car, and I got home with 20 miles left, and that is at around 10 degrees. So it's a massive improvement from my ZE20. I'm going to show you around. So it's in great condition apart from the actual wheels. They've been scraped up pretty badly. The back one's fine. Back ones are fine actually. It's just these front ones that, apart from that, the outside of the car, there's not a mark on it. Very happy with it. I love the colour. I wasn't mad on the colour at first, but now I've got it, I'm very happy with it. Very nice. The only thing on the inside that is, let's say, damaged or worn is this plasticky stuff here. The chrome is starting to worn, the chrome is starting to come off. But apart from that, the inside is in a great condition. The back is all fine apart from this, which I'm going to snip off anyway maybe, but it's a lovely car, very, very nice. The range is unbelievable compared to my ZE20. It's probably over double the range of my car. It's definitely over double, and I can drive it like a normal car. I can drive it at 70. But I'm so happy with it. Yeah, there's not much to say really. So in the end, I managed to get it for £7,500, which I think is very cheap for the price I paid for it, and everything seems to check out fine. The state of health on the battery is 95%. I put my OBD dongle in and connected it up, it all looks fine. So tell me what you think in the comments, guys. £7,500 for a ZE40, 18,000 miles. Yeah, that is it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you're going to look forward to some more videos to come of my new car. Comment down below what type of videos you would like, possibly a range test. Yeah, let me know, and I will see you in